What's up, guys? We're going to do a 5 chest clear of the normal run of the Vision of Orgrimmar. We are here at the tree, all the way down, got Gift of the Titans. The next point we're going to be getting is an emergency cranial defibrillation. The reason we're finishing this tree is you can't get your gem socket items until you finish the tree. So that's what's going on here. We're going to go ahead and get started. We are at Cloak Rank 10, which gave us an extra 5% sanity reduction, so this run should be pretty smooth. I am running World Vein. Actually, we're going to swap this up and run Purification Protocol instead of World Vein. I don't need the single target, and the splash damage helps. So that being said, we're going to come in here, we're going to clear this left side. We're going to pull into the hut so we can see what the safe potion is. Then we're going to go up, we're going to clear this mini boss. We're going to clear the Valley of Wisdom this way, and back down, and then up. We're going to come back here. We're going to do a loop around the Valley of Spirits to get all our bonuses. We're going to clear it. We're going to come out here, clear this. And we're going to go up, clearing everything. The mini boss, then go in. We're going to clear Rexxar. And we're going to port back to the beginning, and then I'm going to finish up the right side here. Make sure we have all 6 bonus crystals, and then we're going to kill Thrall. That being said, let's get a move on. I'm not using any buffs or flasks. This level of gear and cloak, it's not really necessary. I'm doing a normal no mask run. So like I said, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to mount up. We have desynchronization this week, which is painfully annoying. We're going to go up, we're going to pull this guy, and then we're going to run into this building, pop the cloak, keep the pet on defensive. We can see the bad flask is green today. So we are drinking all the flasks, all the vials, but the green one. Got my little bonus there. Have a little weak aura set up to show me when I have my bonus. Eyeball's trying to murder me outside. We're gonna go over and kill these guys. I can pop a cooldown on these guys if I want, and then spend the time clearing up the level here before my cooldown's available for the next boss, but it's just easier to get it done now. You want to make sure that when you go up this platform to kill this mini boss that you're missing at least 200 corruption, because if not, you're wasting the buff that gives you the 200 back when you kill this mini boss. So if you're done it really well and you're not at it missing at least 200, I'm just at missing 200. Blow my cooldowns on this guy. Want to make sure you dodge his little projectile thing because it does boomerang back and hurt you. As soon as you finish here, you just want to mount up. It's the jumping thing this week, so make sure you do that. I'm going to blow Cheetah, remembering that our green potions are bad. You want to make sure that you watch that purple haze that comes in on the screen, because that is the indication that the split personalities are coming in. My pet's still on passive, I'm dumb. Always want to make sure you're moving right up until that point and then stop. Here it comes in now, it takes a second. And make sure that you get out of it. I thought I missed a chest up there, but I was wrong. When I come in here, I try to prioritize these appendages because they relocate and make it so you can't DPS them. So all the time that I can DPS them, I like to make sure I'm doing that. And here comes another split personality. And of course, it's right where I need to be. Green vials are bad. I kind of keep repeating that to myself over the course of the run so that I don't remember or don't forget. Because which vials are bad changes with each instance run. Here comes another split personality. Make sure you pay attention. Oh, see? Dodging out of the way of another ground effect. Green vials are bad, so red is okay. You can drink this. Here's where you want to start looking for odd crystals because they can be in these buildings. Bingo, found one there. Just click on it, it fades away. Here comes another split personalities. And obviously, the one way that keeps me from going out. I find more often than not that is exactly what happens. It picks the most inopportune way. Green is bad, purple is good. All these buffs are handy. Here comes another split personality. I want to wait before I engage the boss. Blow my cooldowns on this guy. Usually melts pretty fast. Doesn't do a whole lot of sanity loss. Alright, we're good there. Take a gander for potions. I'm not seeing any more. Here comes another split personality. This is a poor mount for this. I will switch up right now to something a bit more grounded. Sometimes that helps with being able to get out of the split personalities. I know I've walked into one or two just because I misjudged my mount. Here comes another split personality, and I got a buff. Personally, I like to trap one of these dominators so that he doesn't get that stun off on me. Those dominators are one of the most annoying things in the instance outside of Rexxar's little wolves, because the second cast that they do tends to be oh, green vials are bad, we don't want those. Their second cast is that stun with quite a long duration that's quite annoying. So we want to avoid that if all possible. There's another red vial. Ooh, red ones are the good, plus 100 sanities. Here comes another vision. There's a green vial underneath that thing over there. I don't want to drink it. Black ones are okay though. I have my misdirect macroed into my cleave, so anytime that there's a group of monsters that I want to hit, it helps out. That guy's dead. You want to make sure that you do not pop your cooldowns on this boss if you have any available, because this boss is only mildly annoying with a couple ground splotchy effects to not stand in until you run into your vial. The next boss is far more annoying, and you want to melt him down as absolutely quickly as possible. You do want to check up here though. I've seen crystals up here. There's a black vial. Here comes a vision, so stop. Make our way out. This boss, you want to blow all that you have. He does a ground target line right off the bat, so if you have something like a Rune of Power, or I use my Gale Collars, you want to save it for a second because he's going to slam the ground. Now we got stacking. It's best to stay inside those orbs if you can. That's the best way to avoid them if you're a ranged class. Make sure that you stand in between them so when they erupt out, you're not getting hit. But for melee, I highly recommend staying inside. The whole area gets a bit nutty, but we're moving down here. If you're going for speed, you can just move to the right here, but if you're going for clear and extra mementos, you want to make sure that you go off to the right here. There's a green vial, those are bad. You have to click on that totem to start the event, or to progress the event, let's say. All these guys that I'm killing right now are optional. There is generally a odd crystal over here for some extra mementos and a potion or two. This is the location of one of these crystals. Click on that. There's a mini boss here. Not a mini boss, a named NPC, shall we say. Make sure you're jumping to keep the bugs off of you. As soon as that person's dead, I got a vial back here. It's black. Not sure 100% what the vials do. specific color-wise, it doesn't really matter. You want to drink all the ones that aren't the bad ones, which are green in this instance. Another fancy red one that gives me back my sanity. This little hut here with the second floor is a location of a possible odd crystal. I'm going to run up there and check. I don't know if there's more than 6 per encounter. 6 is the most that I've been able to find. I think it's probably the maximum. But up here, should probably mount it. Oh, there is another one up here, so that's another one. I'm going to go ahead and pop my first orb here, just because we're getting low. We have this fancy weak aura over here that tells you a rough estimate of how long it's going to be before your sanity is done. It's always a good idea to, especially if you're doing it during trash, to pull your orb pack onto your orb, especially if it's a nice little trash pack like this. It doesn't really hurt you, remove much sanity. I didn't do it there just because it's not really necessary anymore. Beginning runs, it's definitely a time saver. Now that we're up to 50% resistance on cloaks, it doesn't make that much of a difference anymore. You can skip this pack right here by just hugging the wall and skipping to the right, or you can run around them, just all the way backside around the building. I'm going to be checking there because there are chests and potions back there. I don't recall that I've seen a crystal back there, but I'm not aware of all of the spawn points. There's a potion. It's green. Green is bad. Green is bad. Green is bad. Green is bad. This can be a chest back here. See a potion, blue and red, which is really convenient. I'm about to get sanity back from that boss, but every little bit counts. There's in the chest. This boss does waves that you want to avoid because they stun you. Feel free to pop your cooldowns here if you have them. Put your pet back on attack because you're not dumb. He also does hopelessness, which is an orb you have to get or you're silenced. He goes right into a second one because I'm burning him so fast. And he's dead. 200 sanity, so we are back at full. Right down here. You can go back around front if you want. If you have a way to drop threat, you can skip all this trash altogether. There's only one Pat on the other side on his way up to the ramp that you will aggro unavoidably, but you can feign death on it if you want. That pack right here. I'm going to kill them on my way out, so. This guy, once again, I focus the appendages. Kill everything else. Make sure you're jumping because of your bugs. This is not a bad guy to pop cooldowns on. He has some ground target effects that have some painfully low timers. I'm not sure why some of them explode so quickly and some of them don't. Try to check for potions here while you're waiting for Garona to wake up because it takes her a second. We're good. Red potion. Oh, I'm going to hold off on that because that's going to give me sanity back. Sometimes there's a mini boss in here. Sometimes there's a crystal. Ka-ching. I'm going to focus these dominators. I skipped that red vial because it's going to give me back sanity and I wasn't missing at least 100 sanity. So it's in my best interest to wait. I'll go probably grab it after this pack. Crack open this door. I'm still missing 150, so I'm going to go eat it. Mount up. Swing around here. You got to click on these doors. It's always good to check these buildings if you have time. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure on the number of crystals in a run. Got the buff. Stupid appendage. I'm going to eat this blue vial. I'm going to open this door. Kill this little mini boss while I have my buff. Get out of my little eyeball corruption. Make sure we're jumping. Crack this open. You can check these doors too. Here's a vial up here. Purple. Get another buff. As you can see, the buffs are racking up there in the corner. What was the chest in here? Fantastic. I don't recall ever seeing a chest in these buildings, so that's a plus. Focus the Dominator. It's great if you're a pet class and you can redirect threat. You can pop open these doors while your pet's fighting. So that's always a plus. Save a couple seconds. Make sure you just keep jumping. Kill this guy. Sometimes there's a potion on the end of this dock. Sometimes there's one up here. Looks like there's a chest up behind the boss. Chat box says this isn't good. You got about 4 seconds before the boss pulls. Make sure you want to blow all your cooldowns on this guy. He's going to do his shield that you want to burn through. He's going to cast Void Torrent, which you can dodge. I just Turtle Shell through it. If you get some distance and run... well, man, I thought he was dead. This building up here, there's sometimes a crystal in. Don't see one today, though. There's also some potions hanging out. I think both of these, this catapult. Oh, there's a green potion. That's bad. Another green potion. This catapult and this gusting wind totem. I know the catapult sends you back to the hay bale at the beginning. I assume the gusting totem does as well. They both have a spell cast. Oh, we got visions again, so stop. And of course, it puts it in the one place. I gotta go for the distance around. I know the gusting wind totem after Rexxar does the same thing. Sends you back to the front. I don't know why they put two different things. Send you back to the front of the instance. Most of these monsters are pretty benign, so I've been pulling these packs. Stop for a vision. Throw a misdirect out. You don't have to pull all these at the same time, but if you have some good AoE skills, or you are running with a neck thing like Focusing Iris or Purification Protocol, you can. There's usually a crystal right here, so keep an eye out for that one. There's a red potion. It's good for some sanity. Every time you walk over one of these bodies down here, oh, here comes another vision. These little ads, these little scarab abs will spawn. So if you want to kill them all for count, make sure you walk over the bodies quickly and get them all spawned. We don't have to kill them one at a time. I tend to focus the big guys and then clean up the ads. They also do a little explodey thing when they die. I'm gonna see if I can utilize the crap out of this buff. I got stunned, and it's not friendly. Another vision. There's a blue vial here to drink that. Keep my pet alive. This chest. See, this is a stupid vial. There's body things that pop. There can be a crystal in here. Ka-ching. Oh, not paying attention. Alright, this is a little mini boss. He will give back some sanity when you beat him. I recommend not cooldowning this guy because you're so close to Rexxar. You want to have all of your cooldowns available for Rexxar. Here comes a vision. Rexxar is, in my opinion, the worst. He has unavoidable sanity loss. Green potions are bad. Unavoidable sanity loss, multiple knockbacks. He has stuns built into his encounter, in addition to dealing with split personalities. His little boars can knock you into his traps. They can also knock you into your split personalities. So it's awful. You want him to die as quickly as humanly possible. I'll make sure my pet's healed up here. I'm going to go ahead and pull him with this sanity. This is a really good spot at this level, in my opinion, to pop your second orb, because there's really not a whole lot other than Thrall. You can use the whole orb for cleanup, basically. I recommend completely focusing Rexxar. It's just best that he dies as quickly as possible. From what I understand, or from what I've seen, he will summon an infinite number of these ads. So, just not worth it. Like I said, you saw how much sanity I lost on that fight. His boars are constantly... There's a black vial we can go grab. His boars are constantly casting void quills, which is, I think, a 15 sanity loss. So, you want to make sure that you take as few of those as possible. You can kill them, but I don't know if he stops summoning them. I know that Thrall only has the 2. It's much easier, in my opinion, to deal with Thrall only having 2 than it is to deal with Rexxar having an infinite amount. I don't use Bloodlust on there. If you have drums, you can, but I save the drums for Thrall. But honestly, if you feel more comfortable on the Thrall fight, you can use Bloodlust there. Check both of these buildings. You can kill Ganon in here for a few extra ones. There's this little whirlwind. Check in here for crystals and whatnot. Or get stuck because you're dumb. Either or, right? Sanity's getting a little low. Still have my whole second orb, so really, I'm going to go ahead and pop it just for safekeeping and to make it so that I don't have the stupid screen shenanigans. Alright, back here is the NPC who will exchange your crystals for mementos. Something to note, it is not an instant thing. You trade in your mementos, the NPC then disappears and leaves you a chest. If you do not open that chest, you do not get any of your bonus mementos. Something that I walked away from the first 2 times I did it. So, make sure that you're doing that. I apologize. My UI, a lot of people make fun of me. I like to have my things very in my face and angry, informing me what's going on. Alright, we're going to go ahead and turn in, because I think I checked all the nooks and crannies. I'm not positive. 5 crystals. So I missed one somewhere in the dungeon, but I'm not going to go look for it. This little box here. Mementos are up to 1,500. And once you talk to him, he leaves. I don't know what would happen if I went and found that other crystal wherever it is, but I don't think that would do you any good, because you're not allowed to have more than that. Oh, there's another group over here. We can kill this pack. The other crystal may be in this building over here. I forgot these guys were alive. Purification protocol decided to end their lives. And there's one more guy back here. We can kill him. Oh, we'll get this purple liquid, because hey, why not? Purple is Sluggish Potion, heals 2% of maximum health. One of them is this Fire Potion, Spicy Potion, dealing fire damage to nearby enemies. Which is funny because when it expires, it makes you run forward uncontrollably, and it will always expire right when you finish the instance. So when you pop back into the Chamber of the Heart, you're running around with your feet on fire. It makes me chuckle. Alright, this is last orb time. I'm going to get out my Lust Pet. My cooldowns are back up again, so this should make quick work. This guy, you want to make sure that you focus his ads as quickly as possible. Get those void quills out of the way. Surging Darkness. get out of his thing. You want to make sure you're kind of always moving. That line stun can be quite annoying. And if you get too complacent in dodging, skip most of these mechanics. It's about to melt his face, but. And there we go. 1537, not bad. No masks. Would have been another 25-ish or so. I think 6 crystals is 150 extra mementos. I don't see how many we got from that chest, but normally your 2 quest items will be in these first 2 chests, whichever 2 objectives you finished first. Mementos, contracts, which are always nice. And more mementos. We're gonna zone out, get our 1500, and get our little fiery debuff. Ah, I'm on fire! So there you have it, guys. I'm gonna go buy my next point here. I'm gonna get my free res, because I think that's more important than some extra damage and mind stabilizer. I mean, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what order you buy these things in. You have to get them all before you can buy the gouged eye. Requires the achievement. We have the technology, which you obtain by buying all of the upgrades in the box. But there you go.